Love of wealth and status is, first of all, before you even go this route, you have to make sure that you do this right. You have to make sure that you swing to the middle, not to the opposite end. First of all, wealth is extremely important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Ar-rijal qawwamun 'ala an-nisa." You have to pay the way for your wife and daughters. Your sons, you can tell them you reach a certain age, you can go flip pizzas and pay us rent and help out. If you want to say that, technically in Sharia, you can do that. Your son, you're big and tall enough to move your body and move things, go flip pizzas and start paying your way in this house. You have the full right to do that. But you don't have the right to do that for your wife and daughter and your mom if she gets old, maybe even your sister and your nieces if they have the need. You need wealth. First of all, don't you want your wife to like you, right? Yes, it's going to be a bit harder for her to like someone poor, right? It's true. She may, but she's holding herself, and it'll be much easier if my husband was a bit wealthier, right? You need money. When you look at it, you say, I don't love the money, but the electric company wants my money. The college tuition wants my money. The Islamic school wants my money, right? The ShopRite, the food market, whatever, wants my money. Everyone wants my money. So you need money. So we want to make sure you don't swing the opposite way. Secondly, status. Status has a value in Islam. What's the value in Islam? Let's just take one thing. The things that we need in life: marriage, business, okay, trade, getting jobs, getting clients. Status is important. You never want to ruin your status because you're also ruining it for your kids. When you get married, don't you marry family to family usually? The families get involved. In the way Muslims married, the families get involved. Family's not going to be one involved with someone of a low status, someone who walk around like a bum or whatever, that he has a bad reputation. So you have to monitor your reputation. Why? It's like money. You may not care for your reputation, but when your son proposes, that girl's mom says, well, that family has a bad reputation. Yeah, he's a nice boy, but we don't want to be involved with them. The mom is very, she's not appropriate. The dad, he has a lot of fights with everybody. We don't want to get involved with that family, right? You hurt someone else. So you always have to make sure that there is a role to play, very important role to play for money and status. The love of them is that love with which you would love it so much you would disobey Allah for it. So the solution to it is, number one, to learn fiqh, to learn where is the limits, right? What can I do for my money? What can I not do? If you avoid the haram in your quest for making money, then you don't love money more than you love Allah. You love Allah more than you love money. That's it, by avoiding the haram. But also, if you want to temper yourself a little bit, make much remembrance of death and afterlife. By remembering death and afterlife, it changes your perspective. You may be looking at if you hold this glass up to here, to me it's huge, to you it's small. If I hold it way out here, it's much smaller. The further it is, the smaller it is. You can hold a leaf up to your eye, and it looks bigger than a mountain that's far away. That's hayat dunya versus akhirah. This is a leaf, that's a mountain. So, but if you hold it far away and you get closer to that mountain, you realize hayat dunya is like a leaf. But you make sure you don't throw it away. You do need some money. You need a lot of money, and you need a good reputation for your family. But you have to realize that it's a functional purpose. It's in the same way that I need electricity. No one gets pumped up that the electric company's coming, right? You don't get pumped up for that. It's just a need. So you have to look at wealth and status as a need. And the only reason people love it is that wealth is like elusive. Unlike the electric company, which is predictable. Wealth is like, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And that's why people love it. So you just have to look at it as a tool.